Hello, guys. My name is Mike, and welcome to my Minecraft world. This is the 10,000 Day World Tour, and yeah, let's get right into it. So this was originally mine and a friend's world, and then another friend. Well, he left, and then he basically he didn't want to play anymore, and then my other friend joined, and then it was just me and my other friend, ever since then. So we started this world originally with my previous friend in about December or January of 2023, and he stayed for like a week to almost a month, and then my other friend joined about a month after that, and yeah, ever since then it's been me and that other friend. So this is our Japanese world. We decided to name it basically Yumei No Sekai, uh, which basically translates to "Welcome to our world of dreams." All those who passed through these walls, thank you for accompanying us on a journey of imagination and creation. Please sign your name and thank you for coming. Basically, what we were trying to do is everyone that joined, they could take a book from here and then put it in here. They didn't do that yet, but we will do that soon. And yeah, this is basically the spawn. This is spawn point. I built a pagoda here. There's a river back that way. I was gonna put a bow with a bunch of what's it called, like floating Japanese lanterns, stuff like that, which I did. Back there somewhere, you'll see it. It's across a bridge. I do have a frog kind of statue fountain thing in the middle of this like river thing. It's right there. Um, just to clarify, I want to say this from the beginning. We were playing on Bedrock because we started the world on Xbox, on the Xbox series, and I basically moved it to a PC, but it's still on Bedrock, like Minecraft Bedrock Edition, but it's on PC. I play on PC. They play on Xbox, so yeah. Um, Another thing I want to say is most of this world is builds from tutorials. Um, yeah, I am not a great builder. I'm trying to be. I am practicing and stuff like that. There are some things here. There are like some builds here that are just pictures from Pinterest, and I tried to copy them. You'll see them. I'll point them out when they come. Inspiration builds that I just came from the spot, which is underneath storage system. It's like kind of like a museum for the armor trims and like a block museum, which those are going to be moved to a different pagoda, which is one there and then one there. But yeah, some of these like more detailed builds and more complicated builds are uh, tutorials. I will try to link them all in the description below. I don't know if I can, but yeah, let's get on right to it. Like I said, this is spawn. This is the spawn pagoda, and yeah, it's about 3 or 4 stories high. I can fly and show it to you. That's the spawn pagoda, and yeah, that's the frog statue fountain. Um, Over here, this is one of my recent like builds before 10,000. It's basically like a flower field. I forgot what it's called. And I made like a flower house, which is gonna have a flower farm. I also have a greenhouse back there. I'll show it to you. This path is from Pinterest. I saw a picture, not exactly like this, but I added more details to it. This is a tutorial house, by the way. I think it's from Cliffin, I believe is what his name is. I'll put his channel in the description. But yeah, like I said, this is like the flower house, like the flower storage and stuff like that, saplings and all that stuff, wheat seeds, um, saplings, leaves, flowers, stuff like that. Yep. This is on the way to the what's it called? The greenhouse, which is basically gonna be the flower farm underneath. I know it doesn't look that Japanese style, but I tried to make it look. I couldn't really find a nice, what's it called, Japanese style greenhouse. It's not finished yet. I started working on it, but I didn't finish it. I didn't have time to finish it before 10,000. But yeah, this is like a flower storage, flower museum, so to say. This is where I put all those things. Underneath here, I'm gonna make a flower farm and yeah, have it somewhat see if I can connect it to like um, the storage in these barrels. But if I can't, then I'll just have to manually do it. Back that way is nothing. I've been clearing. I'll show you the map world in the end. It's at the big Japanese castle that my friend built. Um, this was all like oak and birch forest, stuff like that. I took all them down. I'll show it to you in storage. I put them all in storage. I've been using those wood types in other builds, but basically this was all like mountainy, and then it turned into birch and oak forest. I took that down. I started planting spruce trees, and that's how I made the path with spruce trees and stuff like that. And yeah. Really? Really gonna attack me now? Really? And yeah, let's go see the rest of this. This is basically like a field, pumpkins back there, want melons, carrots, and pretty potatoes. I just tried to make some farms, like farm areas, just like spruce up the area. Sorry, I don't know what that was. But yeah, this is basically what it looks like from above. Again, the path that we just went on. I'll show you this one. This is basically coming from this flower house to, we're going to the bridge towards the main area, basically. I decided to put a little bridge here that just crosses the little river. Yeah, that's nothing that special, you know. Just a little bridge, like a Japanese inspired bridge. I made this river much wider, and I over there was a mountain which I put a hole through and made the river go through it. You can see it right there underneath the pumpkins. This was my original like area for a beef farm. I was thinking about putting like a gazebo type build out of sandstone. Oh, phantoms! That's what's getting me. Phantoms. All right, let me sleep first. But yeah, here I'll show you like some portion of this is the main storage area. It didn't look like this. The outside, the perimeter didn't look like this. It looked different. I just changed it up. This was the starter house. But yeah, here let me sleep real quick and let me get my bed with me, so we don't have like monsters attacking us for the remainder of this video, which is probably gonna be like 40 minutes. I'll try to keep it short, not long. But yeah, that was the the starter house that my friend built. This is basically right after copper was introduced to the game. I lived here for a while, and then I expanded. I made that house after that, the lake house. This was not here. I put this in after, and then I built that, which is my main house. But let's go back to where we were. And yeah, like I was saying, I was meant to put a gazebo, but it didn't really look that Japanese style, and I decided to remove it and not build it, and build it somewhere else, which I will in the future. Stay tuned for that in a different video. But I did put like a little man-made kind of small stream / lake thing. I did put a bee farm down here, and I've been using the bee farm. Nothing that they're all angry. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, let's keep that how it was. Yep. Basically, I made like a man-made stream type thing. That's basically it. which was basically where the bee farm was going to be. I'm going to move that eventually. Like I said, stay tuned for an updated video. But yeah, kept doing these like little pathways things. Here I have a Japanese slash Chinese style slash Asian style sail ship. I didn't finish it. Funny story with this world is it got not corrupted, but like the save. What's it called? The save. Basically, I had a save, and then I tried to sync it to a different like from PC to like on a realm to take it off and then put it on my Xbox storage, and then somehow half the not like half the world, but like a good portion of the world got lost. So I did have this completed. After that happened, it was not completed, and I started working on different builds, and I kind of forgot about this one. I will finish this in an updated video of I don't know. I'll title it like finishing builds in my world, spicing on my world, stuff like that. The mausoleum back there got again deleted halfway. Half of the thing got deleted. The mausoleum, I understand it. You'll see it doesn't fit with the Japanese theme, but it looked cool. It looked amazing. That's why I put it in there. That's why I built it. This is a glowberry farm, which I kind of copied the design from Wax Fraud. Not entirely, but I like the structure. Basically, that's what I copied, and then I just put a bunch of them in a bunch of rows. That's pretty much it. And this is how it looks from the top, from above. That's pretty much it. That is main storage. That is the. This is the video was called the Snake Temple. I left the back two towers undone for a very long portion of this world, and what happened was. His videos either got taken down or he privated them or something happened, and I couldn't finish the back two towers, and I kind of had to improvise the roof. It doesn't look the same as these two roofs or that one. Yeah, I apologize. I will try to find the videos and fix it. I don't know if I can, but yeah. The building in the middle was a different building compared to what the video for the Snake Temple was, because the Snake Temple had a big pagoda going all the way up to like here. I didn't want that. I just wanted I wanted a long building, a big building where I can put storage. So that's what I did. It had this snake in the in the front of the build. I took it down. It had a snake in a pool. I took it down. I put a fountain there. That's how it remained for ever since like 2,000 days ago. These two are recent builds. This one I believe is just a if I can run. This is just like a small building type thing, small gazebo type thing. That's pretty much it. This one I dug out a chunk from where I am here to all the way to bedrock, and I had for the longest time I had just a hole in the ground with tinted glass above it. Basically, as you can see. What I did was, I found the build. I think this is from Cortez Areno. Yep. And I built it above. And as you can see, I used oak. A bunch of oak. Because we had a bunch of oak in storage. Like I said, I started clearing out a bunch of oak. It was a big oak and birch forest. I used the oak for this. There's another pagoda that I used the oak for back there. But yeah, let's go see main storage basically. Yeah, like I said, there was a snake with a pool in the front over here, extending out to like probably about here. Took it down. I put a fountain. Looked way cooler. This is from Blue Nerd, fountain design. These bamboo and the rivers in them on the side were not here before. This was just basically grass and a bunch of trees. I made this design from. You're gonna see this design later on when we go to my friend's area, because this is my area basically, but and then we each had separate areas in the beginning, and then we just kind of like merged them together. Um, in my friend's area, you'll see this build. This is from Pinterest. I made it there. I have a story over that, and yeah. But yeah, this is basically main storage, and it's raining. It's always raining. Every single time I start to record, it's gonna rain, of course. Just like Black's Fraud. Yeah. If you know, you know. All right. So this is main storage. This is where I have items that are not stored to the system, basically. Gravel, stuff like that, stuff like that, stuff like that, stuff like that. Blackstone stuff. I don't have Blackstone stored because I have a Blackstone farm, bartering farm in the Nether. Don't really have that much stuff in the Nether. I don't have another hub. I don't have anything. I just have a farm. I have 3 farms in the Nether. I used to have 4 with the Wither Skeleton, but I took it down, and then I'm gonna start to rebuild it. I have bartering farm, blaze farm, and the froglight farm. I will show you that. This is all just copper storage. This is concrete stuff. This is amethyst, and this is froglights. And then this is like minecarts, stuff like that. This is main storage. As you can see, there's shulkers of stuff, stone, smooth stone, stuff like that. I used to have chests full, but then they started becoming too much and they started lagging, and I changed them to barrels. I removed some stuff. I took out some stuff. I'm gonna still I still want to renovate the storage, make it better. Here I was testing a shulker loader for bedrock. It does work, but it needs to be what's it called, the storage. You'll see when I go in the back, the storage needs to be like higher, like the hoppers and stuff like that, and the water stream. I don't have a water stream now, but I will. Like I said, a bunch of oak. I put them into shulkers. It's ridiculous. Stuff like that. See, as you can see, it's still lagging, and I have these things up here. I will make a dedicated build for wood storage with all the different types of wood. They're adding the dappled forest now, which is another type of wood, which is going to be amazing. Birch. I haven't used birch. I basically mostly threw these out or used them as sticks for the super smelter. Spruce. I have quite a lot. Dark oak, same, quite a lot. Cherry, quite a lot. We were chopping these things down for a pagoda when the cherry update came out. Mangrove. Yeah, I did quite a bit of mangrove farming, and I have a tree farm. Kind of works with mangrove, not mango. I wish they could have mangoes in the game. Very good fruit, but mangrove. Kind of works with mangrove, kind of doesn't, but yeah. Jungle, I have a bunch of jungle wood, but just because I try to make a custom jungle theme in an area that we have back there somewhere, just for like a jungle temple, like a custom jungle temple, stuff like that, and some builds we found on Pinterest. But we're gonna move that to a different area. I'll explain that more when we get this the map room. And yeah, this is a design from I can't remember his YouTube name right now, but I will link it in the description. Basically, you can add two different items to one chest from a storage, from automatic storage. And I did that. I'll show it to you in the back right now. And yeah, this is the back of the storage. Basically, I put hoppers, composters on it to try to help with the lag. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. But yeah, this is just basically 2 items going into one, and that's it. I'll try to find the video and link it in the description. Here I put the beginnings of a water stream bubble elevator type thing, because like I said, I want to change this storage room to make it better, to make it just basically be bulk storage with shulker loaders and item elevators, water streams, to try and get rid of some of the hoppers, most of the hoppers. I don't know if you can hear, but above me there's villagers, and that's not the way out. Below me, like I said, there is a museum with armor trims. I need to fix this. That's why I want to improve this storage system, because I want to move these armor trims to a different like pagoda, and then the block museum to a different pagoda. I'll show you what I mean in a bit. But above, like I said, this was my original villager trading area. These guys give me trade iron with them. I have an iron farm. I give them iron. They give me emeralds. I go here. They give me, these are the masons. They give me like quartz and stuff like that. Masons over here, it's again quartz and stuff like that. I needed a lot of quartz for the Titanic build. Yes, you heard me right. I made a Titanic. And these are my librarians. Again, I'm gonna move them to the library, which is in main map room. I'll show that to you in a second. But yeah, I've been trading because I want a bunch of different like green terracottas. The plan with the terracottas was basically I wanted to make like a Victorian style village area type thing. And I was originally going to put it down. I'll show you in the map room what I mean more about this. But then I decided, you know what, I want to make just this area where we are now just Japanese inspired. I understand the mausoleum is not Japanese inspired. I'll show that to you in a second. But yeah. And then I decided to move it. I haven't built it yet, but I decided to move it to like a different area. But yeah, that's why there's a bunch of terracottas there. And yeah, moving on. Like I said, this was the original. This was like the museum room, so to say, which is gonna be moved. I don't know where I got this idea from. It was from a YouTube video. I saw a world tour, and then he had this like grand opening going downstairs. Big room, bigger than this, with 2 sets of stairs on each side. And he had like he didn't have like a museum there. He just had like an open room, basically, with like a lake in the middle. But I decided to make this my museum room for now. I have all the pottery pots. This was when the trail. I forgot what update. I forgot what the update was called, but it's like the trail ruins, stuff like that. Armor trims, every single armor trim in the game at the moment. If they're gonna add some more with the Doppled Forest update or any other like drops and stuff like that, I'll be sure to collect them and put them in the museum. I have all the glazed terracottas here. But yeah, all the armor trims are here. All the glazed terracottas are here. I've got some tropical fish. I put them in here. Like just the ones that look cool. I don't have the blocks at all. I was gonna make a video on that, and yeah, and then I kind of Really? Why are you here? I kind of expanded it to include more armor trims, but then I decided to move all this and everything down there. So I haven't finished this room, and I'm not gonna finish it because I'm gonna destroy it, move everything, and then get rid of everything. Apparently this is a slime farm. Okay. Interesting. This was a recent build. I think I finished this last year in 2025, like May, June 2025, stuff like that. This was like a block museum. I don't have all the music discs. I'm missing 1 or 2. I'm missing 2. The lava chicken one and the new one with the what's it called? The sulfur update, which you can find it within mine shafts that are in sulfur caves. I went around the world. I tried. I couldn't find it. I'll make a separate video on that. I do have the rare deep slate emerald though, and that took a long time to find. But yeah, this is basically all the flowers, like they are in the flower house, named and everything. The heads that you can get, the mob heads, the music disc that I can find. Dragon egg is here. Dragon head is there. Slimes are here, apparently. Crystal is here. All the banners are here. All the armors are here. And yeah, they're not in the right order. Copper was introduced after, not after I made this, but or was it? Yeah, because yeah, it was after, because it was recently when they put copper trims and copper items and stuff like that. Resin, I have all the resin. I have a resin farm. I have a creeper farm. I have a guardian farm. I'll show you all those. I had a squid farm, but I removed that. What do you want, man? I have all the ores here. Like I said, deep slate emerald, every single ore, netherite. Here I have the colors. I'm not even gonna include this in the new area. All the shulker boxes. I'm probably gonna use them in like the shulker loaders for a new storage. And yeah, all the copper bulbs, terracotta, all this quartz. I needed it. Like I said, I have been trading a lot with quartz, masons for quartz, for this, and for the Titanic. But yeah, I'm gonna remove all this and move it. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna come in a different video. Moving on, we'll go to my main area, where my house is. If I can, get out of here first. Right. Can I sleep? Yes, I can. So we'll go to my house, which had some iterations to it. I'll take a look above main storage, and it's foggy, of course. Foggy, can't see anything. Before we go there, my friend, we decided to include like elements, like different elements into the world. We were originally gonna put it back there behind me. There's there's a castle, if you can see that. That's the gold farm. I'll show that to you. But behind, like that way, basically, is like a circle type thing area. I found it on Pinterest. I built it. There's a mountain there. I took down the mountain, and I built that. But we were originally trying to put them in like the different pillars with like different color beacons. But then my friend decided, you know what? I have all these four corners of the main storage, like empty, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we decided to put the tools in the game. So with B element themed. So the pickaxe was fire, which is basically this room. I forgot what's in this room, honestly. What's here? The axe was basically earth team, and we have a bunch of different like glowberries, flowers, grass, moss, stuff like that. This one, I believe this is the shovel. Yes, this was water themed, which is basically a shovel. So we decided to include sea lanterns, water everywhere, stuff like that. And then this one, the last one, was air, I believe. Yeah, air, which is basically a sword. There's kind of no air block, like colored block. So we just put like purple floggerlights because it just look cool because our sword is purple. And yeah, we try to do with wind charges in here. I don't know how to do it. I'm not that big on redstone, so we just left it. I think it's finished. I don't know why apparently we didn't clean up here. But yeah, this is what basically he used. Yeah, so like I said, wind chargers. We tried to do wind chargers in the ground, pressure plates, dispensers. Kind of couldn't get it to work. I tried. I'm not that good with redstone. Maybe I'll try in the future. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't know. But that's about it. And if I don't die here, let's go to my area. And actually, first of all, before that, let's go to the Copper Temple. Sorry about that. My game crashed. I don't know why. Like I said, I've been trying to improve the lag in this world. That's why I want to move certain things in the storage, villagers, all the armor trims, and all the block museums, stuff like that. Because armor stands are like apparently considered entities, and they cause lag. Hoppers cause lag, redstone causes lag, stuff like that. So I just want to move villagers cause lag because they're like mobs and entities and stuff like that. So I want to move them. But yeah, sorry about that. We were going to my house, but we were trying to make a pit stop here at the Copper Temple where the new block museum is going to be. So if I can just get up here before I lag, um, pretty nice view of the world. But this was originally built for my storage, and I moved it all from here to there, and that's basically it. Um, yeah, it just looked cool. I decided to build it. Again, this is a tutorial build. I don't remember by who. Oh, DDHD, I believe his name is. But yeah, he made this, and I built it. Behind it, you can see some parts of the Titanic. If I can find my render distance real quick, general. Nope, video. Where? Here. Let's do that. There we go. You can see the beginnings of the Titanic, which took about a month and a half to 2 months of just straight on building every single day for about like 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours a day, just building the thing. The tutorial is by Rich LaRousse. Amazing builder, amazing YouTuber, and yeah, I found it, and I instantly said I need to build this. So I had to make a tree farm for basically oak wood, and a concrete maker to turn powder into concrete. I took that down. That was besides main storage. It was a big tower in the sky, 64 blocks tall. You just place the concrete, bubble elevator, it brings you up while you're still placing the concrete, and then you just mine it down. I have to make something more efficient, but we'll see. But yeah, and I needed quartz for all this. I'll show you the Titanic later. There is a sugarcane farm and a cactus farm in the hull. That's basically it. There is no interior. I haven't done the interior yet. There's not a lot of interiors in these builds. My friend normally does interiors, but like I said, that's one of the temples for items in the main storage that's going. That's the block museum, and this temple here, this pagoda here, it's gonna be for the armor trims. This was a house for a friend that I made. I told her to send me because she's a gamer too, and I told her to basically send me a video of a Japanese house that you want me to build, and I'll build it, and that's pretty much that. I made a pond here. I saw a Pinterest image again with a bunch of bees and a pond and stuff like that, so I just tried to recreate it. If we go back here, this is a normal house that I have my Alays in for now, and that's basically it. This was recently done where I put the storage flowers here. This was just grassland and nothing here. The path wasn't even here. This was just like a blank island with just this and that house, and that's it. But yeah, this is basically where the armor trims are gonna go. This was made out of another brick and mangrove. That's why I needed a mangrove. Yep, that's pretty much it. Stay tuned for a video on that. It's about 3-4 stories, and yeah, like you see, they're not even fully grown yet. So, but I'm sure once I start moving things and staying here in this area, this is gonna be it's gonna grow and stuff like that. And yeah, stay tuned for a video. Like I said, stay tuned for a video on that where I move the armor trims. And yep, I started moving the path towards here because I want to make a path. I want to have this connected, and I want to have pretty much farmland here, and I want to put another temple up there somewhere. I have found Pinterest images. Maybe I'll do it freehand. Maybe I'll watch a video or something. I'll try to do it freehand. But yeah, again, stay tuned for videos on that. That is the gold farm there. That is another pagoda, which is basically what is and was the enchanting pagoda. That's why I originally built it. My house was not there, but there. I removed the starter house that my previous friend made, and I built that instead of that. I built basically the same house, this same house, there. Turned so the front was facing that way, and the roof was pink for cherry when the cherry update came out. Before this video of 10,000, I decided to go back on that idea, make it pale, because white wood came out in December of 2024, I believe. Yeah, 2024. And I decided to rebuild our starter house. I found the video and I decided to rebuild it. I put dark oak instead of oak. He originally made it with oak, like the roof trim. I put dark oak. I'm gonna change it again, like in a video where I said I'm sprucing up my world, finishing up my world, finishing up builds that I haven't finished. But and then I decided to rebuild my house somewhere back here. This is a farmhouse, Japanese style farmhouse, which has my sheep farm under it, my wool farm. That's a sniffer farm, and that's basically, this is my island. Before, it was just this, and starting like here, it just started like, it was like a hill, basically, like a hill slash mountain type thing, where I had my starter farms, sugarcane, crop farms. I had some kelp farms in the side of the mountain, facing that way, facing that like river that's surrounding this island. I took it down and made all this. When the update came out for the different wolf variants, I know they're wolves, or I call them doggies. Dogs, I went to go collect all the dog variants. It took a while, but I finally got them. I think I have all the cats. I'm not sure about that one. I tried to get 2 of each version. Like I said, I have like mobs. I have kind of a mob museum in the map room. I kind of want to move it because there's a bunch of lag there because of all the maps. Like I said, sniffer farm. It also has chickens in there and armadillos. That's basically, this is where I get all my torch flowers and pitcher pots, and that's basically it. Let me show you starter house before we move on to the gold farm and then the rest of the builds. Basically, this is my starter house. I pretty much took everything here. Me and him used to live up here. Took it down, and then I expanded down here. This was, I did have a pond here for fish and like pink axolotl, yellow one, stuff like that. And this was basically the barrel leading to the storage room where I can drop items here and it will go down. This was trash, which is basically just lava. And then my storage room was down here. Storage room was down here. All this was storage. I eventually moved it. This was way in the beginning where the Snake Temple wasn't even like built yet. It was only the foundation built. And once I got that one built, I moved it there. Back here was my villager trading area. I had all the villagers here. I moved them. This was where my nether portal was. I removed all that. The other side was where I had my super smelter here. I moved that. And then that's pretty much it. Oh, I had a sugarcane farm down here, which is now basically just my amethyst geo down there. And I can go get some amethyst when I need some. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, down here was a minecart transportation type thing to my friend's base underneath my friend's house. We can just go down and see how it looks like, but I want to show you guys the gold farm first. Oh, there's a bunch of andesite there I might need. But yeah, this was just the beginning, and that's pretty much it. It just goes down all the way to his base, to underneath his house, and yeah, there's a big cave down here, and that's about it. We started doing that before we got elytras, and once we got elytras, we just wanted to keep it in just because, just the aesthetics of it. But we basically fly around everywhere now. Let me just sleep real quick, and yep, I'll go to the gold farm. The castle was a tutorial build. I forget by who. The gold farm, again, tutorial build. I forget by who, but it just works. My friend did the interior. I did all the pathways here. There's a bunch of spruce trees. But yeah, that's the gold farm. Let me just show you the interior. My friend made the interior. Before, yeah, I had all the storage here. I had a bunch of farms here. I had a super smelter here. I had another wart farm. I had a lava farm, stuff like that. But then we decided to move all that and make it, a proper gold farm interior type thing. It's just basically portals that are switching on and off with lava and snow blocks, and mobs are coming, and that's basically it. There's a what's it called? What's this called? A trident killer, and 4-piston trident killer at the bottom. Turn the switch. That's it. And then you go down here, collect the XP, and it's stored in storage. This is an auto crafter with gold nuggets. This is for rotten flesh, so I can trade. This is for nuggets, which get turned into ingots, and this is for ingots that come out through the storage system, through the farm by itself, and that's all the gold. That's pretty much it for this. We can go to now we're starting to get into what was his area of the world, and yeah, that is the mausoleum. I will show you that in a bit. But starting from here, this is where his side of the world was. So there's an interesting story with that pagoda. That is the sumo ring. Well, that pagoda was originally on a mountain somewhere over there, which was then on a mountain somewhere where that circle thing is, which I took down the mountain, like I said before in the beginning, like before in the video. I took it down and I made the circle thing, which we wanted to make like pillars with like different beacon colors. But yeah, we replaced that mountain with this. You can see the original, like the beacons there. We tried to do something. We just make it something like this. We have some plans to do some things underneath, but we'll see. That's about it. Every single build is connected with a path, the same path that I showed in the beginning of the video. That's basically it. Just stone brick, cobblestone, mossy stone, and that's about it. Mossy cobble. Sides are andesite, leaves, spruce leaves, dark oak fences, and lanterns. And then a bunch of spruce trees around it. And they're all connected. But yeah, moving, like I said, this was a sumo ring. This was not here before. This did not look like this. It's completely changed. It was a sumo ring. I made this pagoda above it. And that's about it. This was just like a sumo ring with a bunch of, like, there were stands here, stands here, stands here. We took them down. Like seating areas, seating stands. That's about it. Then we built this. Mausoleum. Let's go mausoleum. The path connecting. That's every single path. Like I said, every single build is connected with the path. This is the white pagoda. When the pale oak came out, we decided to make like a white pagoda. I believe this is a build by Six Wings. Amazing builder. That mausoleum is another build by Six Wings. That took a long time to build. And this build, it's not fully complete. Like the main tower is not fully complete. All the design and stuff like that, I just couldn't anymore because I got so burnt out that I stopped playing this game for about 6 months, 8 months, just because I just been working nonstop on this build, and I just couldn't stare at more stone bricks and deep slate blocks. I just couldn't anymore. So I got burnt out and I stopped playing. Well, then I came back, I finished it. because I knew I wanted to do a 10,000 day world tour video for our new YouTube channel that we basically rebranded. Um, and yeah, I decided to spruce up the world, make it try to finish like as much builds as I can before 10,000, and here we are. So we'll go see that. But before that, this is just basically like a small shrine type thing, pagoda, which is basically like I was trying to put like a market stall here for different like katana builds, like a blacksmith basically. But yeah, like I said, the path is everywhere. It's the same path connecting all the builds. This is the entrance to the mausoleum. We can fly because why not? And yeah, like I said, the interior is not finished. I decided I wanted to put stairs, like finish it with his build tutorials. But you know, once we get to that, once you know my friend starts doing interiors again, because he also took a break from this because he got also burnt out. And yeah, we have a interior plan with this and this main area as well. He's mostly with the interiors. This is basically just goes all the way up past cloud layer, and here we are. But yeah, that's basically it. That's the mausoleum. If I can get down here, there's an Enderman, and yeah, pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Did I start doing? I did. Yes. So we have an underground area, which, remember how I showed you in the main storage how we put in the four corners the statues of like the tools. We originally wanted to do that here and make our nether portal here as well, and make like different statues, make this basically like a dungeon type thing. I don't know what we're gonna do with this area now. I don't know, because the thing is, in this world, I make most of the builds, like the exterior builds, like what you see, and then my friend does the interiors. He's good with interiors. I am not good with interiors. I am not a good builder. I am not good with interiors. I just like to build for the fun of the game. I see something on YouTube. It looks cool to me. I build it. That's about it. And yeah. My friend does interiors and stuff like that. Of course, I help him as well with ideas and designs, whatever. But that's the mausoleum. Took a while to build. Like I said, I got burnt out, and yeah. This is a blue temple. Again, my friend built this. It has an interior. Not really. Kind of. Sort of. Kind of. Yeah. It's basic. You'll see this design in the main map castle. For the stairs, but it's basically two poles inside, and that's about it. White pagoda. We can go down there. We can go down here. Again, pathway. I tried to make something of this area. This was just a bland area. I tried to make something, and I put a pond, stuff like that, trees. I put some pale trees, just because to show you that you're going towards the white, like we call it the white pagoda. Kind of made sense because it's white, pale oak, stuff like that, and that's it. That's pretty much it. It's just inside is just stairs going all the way to the top. That's it. Moving on. When the cherry update came out, this was what we made. We made a cherry pagoda, and that's it. Oh, I still have the beacon here because I was kind of landscaping. There's a big mountain here and kind of like a big cliff here that just dropped from that path all the way down. Boom, that's it. And I try to make it, kind of smooth. There is no interior. There's only stairs going up. I'll show you. It's just stairs going up. That's it. But yeah, I tried to smooth out the landscape, make a path, make it have some pizzazz, so to say. That's basically it. This is my friend's main house area. I'll go on top of this tree just to show you. This is his main house. It was the first thing he built. I helped him build it. He put all the bamboo. He made the pathways out of wood. They were all going down there towards the sumo pagoda here, towards the movie theater area, which yeah, we're not going to talk about that. It kind of looked like something from World War II. I'm not going to go into any detail because, you know, YouTube and stuff like that, but you can use your imagination. He made all the wooden paths going from his house all the way towards my house, towards the lake, towards my house, towards that way, towards that way, towards that way, towards the beach where he made his one-piece boat. That was the original map room. We kind of turned it into nothing, basically. There's nothing in there. It's just bamboo flooring, and that's it. We have pathways. I redid all the pathways. Made a torii gate, made a tunnel in the mountain, made another tunnel in the mountain here. I'll show you those in a minute. He made a kind of like cave area underneath his house. He made underwater cave area going from that pool in the back there under and then coming out here. There's a little shrine for one of our friends, mostly his best friend, one of his best friends that passed away in 2021, I believe. I'll show you that in a second. His name was Liam. Yeah. And yeah. This is the tunnel I was telling you about. This just goes to my area of the world. It's not finished yet. We didn't have time to, you know, do the interior on the tunnel. Let me just sleep real quick. The other tunnel, the one to my right, as soon as I wake up, that one's complete. It has an interior. He made an interior for this one. Just put vines and stuff like that. Tried to make it like earthy themed. And yeah, this basically just leads to, like I said, the sumo ring, which is basically now a pagoda, and the center circle, and that's about it. We're gonna try and, like I said, I'm gonna make a video of, you know, finishing builds in the world, which is gonna include the tunnel, this tunnel and stuff like that. This torii gate was made, well, I don't know, about a couple years ago, 2024, I believe. But yeah, that's basically his house. I'll show you underneath. This just goes down all the way down to the cave area. That just brings you back up. He made this. This is the area which I told you, the minecart system that goes to my house. Well, not my house, but like the very starter house. And then this is what he made. He made all. Well, he didn't dig out all this, but you know, he planted a bunch of glowberries. This was like a lush cave, so this is basically all here. He just made the pathways going down there, which is this is kind of like a mining tunnel for where I get like most of my deep slate. I just come here and stuff like that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Going this way, if I can stop bumping into things. And I'm out of rockets. And good thing I have more rockets. Alright. And yeah, that's pretty much everything there is kind of down here. There is a... I don't know where it is. He has like an armor museum. I don't know where it is at the moment. It's just basically... Is it here? No. Okay, I don't know where it is at the moment. Okay. Aha, here it is. It's just basically blocks of amethyst and crafting table in the middle with a spore blossom on top, and leather, chainmail, iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. That's it. Right, moving on, we're going to go to the original map room, like I said, and then we're going to see the bridge, the area from Pinterest that I told you about, and then we have the, what's it called? So there's two ways you can go up. You can go up through his house originally, or you can go through here, and this brings you, which way? This way. This brings you to a different part of the. It basically is right next to his house, and right on the pathway, where I didn't do this because there's a big mountain to take down, and I didn't have time. This is the original map room, like I said, and yeah, we just put like a bamboo floor. I forgot to finish this, but yeah, this is basically his house. That's about it. If you take the other way up, you come up inside his house, which is basically here. That's it. Going back, it's just pathways and pathways leading towards the beach. This is where I told you he made the surrounding area around this pool with the wood. That's the map room castle. So, like I said, if you go down here and then you swim, you just go this way. And he found that if you start going this way and you keep going this way, if I can swim, nope, don't go there. It basically takes you to the spawn here, in the very front of his house. If I can get up. And that's his house. I'm going to show you, before we go anywhere, the memorial for Liam. He said he's going to spruce it up a bit, like make it different. But, yeah. This is for our friend. I had the opportunity to play Xbox with him a bunch of times online. I had the opportunity to meet him once or twice. And this is basically one of my friend's best friends. So rest in peace, Liam. Life took you, God took you away from us too soon. Yeah, I hope you are living your best life in the next world, and yeah. All right. Yeah. This is moving on from that. This is the pathway towards the bridge. I didn't finish the pathway toward the bridge. Like I said, a bunch of these things, like improvements that I made, got deleted for some reason. Even like a couple months ago, before 10,000, like a day 9,300, I started spending. I lost about 700 days, 600 days, and I had to redo it all again. Like, most of the pathways weren't finished. Like, they were all wood. This pathway was wood. Go away, man. Leave me alone. And I had to rebuild all the pathways, the tunnels. I had to remake the tunnels. I had to remake some builds. Yeah, this was one of the things that got improved, and now got reverted to its original bridge that it was. This is the lanterns I've been talking about. I wanted to do it in the spawn area with like a ship, like a small ship, not like a big ship, but like a gondola type ship, and then just place lanterns all around it. Looks cool in the night. This is where, like I said, we had the movie theater. This path leads towards the underwater cave system, where we just underground cave, not underwater cave, and the map castle. I changed this. This is, like I said, the Pinterest build. This is where I got my inspiration for changing in the storage area, like the surrounding area and the side storage. And it looks way better like this. Sunrises, sunsets go there. Sunrises come out through here. So if you're standing at the bridge in the middle, you can see the sunrise come through here, and it's spectacular. And at the end of this, I decided to put a little gazebo. That's it, just a little gazebo, and yep, pretty much it. Now, moving on, before we go to the main map room and video, we're gonna go here. Oh, I have this thing to show you. This is from Cortes Areno again. Basically the water shrine. Again, like I said, I tried to include the elements. I wanted to make different shrines throughout most of the world. This was one of them. There's another like fire, air, and earth shrine that I have yet to build, and it's just basically I put it in the middle of this lake, and that's about it because I thought it like fit the theme of water, and yep, that's pretty much it. Back here I have some layouts of builds that I want to make. This is a goat farm. I was trying to get the goat horns. This is now where I am building super smelter, and there's going to be 2 of them. What I mean by that, this is a 64 array super smelter. The build is by I think it's DDHD. I think again, I will try and find all these links and put them in the description if you guys want to build them for yourselves. They are amazing builds. Again, I'm using it out of mangrove because I have too much of it and I want to include different colors in the builds, not just like spruce and dark oak and stuff like that. But yeah, this is basically a 64 array super smelter. This is just one part of it. The build is a dojo house, so to say. That's what he calls it. It's unfinished. I tried to finish it before the video. I couldn't, but like I said, I'll make another video where I finish my builds. Now, I have a contemplation. I have like a dilemma, so to say. I don't know if I should make this super smelter array 1 floor down, because there's like multiple floors in this, and then put this area as a dojo like fighting area, and then put both super smelters under, because there's going to be, this is a normal furnace array 64, and there's going to be another one with blast furnaces, and then above it's going to be storage. So like starting here is going to be storage, like storage rooms and stuff like that for the different blocks, ingots, and I'm going to eventually move all the ingots and the like minerals and ores from main storage into this area, because I want to have a reason to like visit other builds. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I dug out about 30 blocks underneath this. Kind of cannot find my way in at the moment. Where are you? How do I get in? How do I get in? It was here. Oh well. Anyway, but yeah, this is where I moved the super smelter. I'm gonna make a lava farm at the bottom floor. That's pretty much it. I made a stable going here. I started laying out the pathway. I didn't finish the pathway. I made the stables here. Like I said, I had a bunch of mobs in like the map room castle, but I kind of like brought them here. I built this and I brought them here because it was causing too much lag. The maps are causing too much lag, and then you have all these animals here and then stuff like that, and it's way too much lag. It's still a bit laggy there, but it is what it is. But yeah, before we go there, let's just go here. This is originally for this area, I had a plan where, let me fly up and show you. There was a big build here, but it was taking up too much space, where I removed it, and I built 3 builds, and I made a pathway. So basically, that's the iron farm. This is just a pagoda that I made out of oak, because I have too much oak. And that's like a forge area. For iron, for tools, stuff like that. Just because the iron farm is here. And that's like a forge area. Let me just sleep real quick so there's no mobs coming to attack us and disturb us and bother us. The iron farm is underneath. I don't have free cam. I'm in bedrock. I cannot go underneath. I can go underneath through this, but I'm not going to go there because it's just a regular iron farm. It's literally under here. It's just a pool of water. 20 villagers under that water. Block stations, workstations, and then bubble elevator coming here. There's a crafter making the ingots into blocks and turning the poppies into bone meal, and then crafters turning the bone meal into bone blocks, and it's basically just a copper storage. That's it. Iron, bone blocks. I have a bone meal farm. where the mangrove forest is, and that's about it. This is just iron, and this little guy working here nonstop. That's it. And I just decided to make a build over it. Again, this is by Cortezarino. Just to put something above it, so it's not like a big hole in the ground making iron. Put a fountain in the middle, made pathways, and then put this like forge area, like an iron forge area. That's pretty much it. And this pagoda. There's nothing inside this pagoda. It's empty. And this is like a Cortezarino build of a fire pagoda, not fire shrine, fire pagoda, which kind of included it. Kind of not. I just made it out of oak wood because, you know, I had a bunch of oak wood and I wanted to use it on a build. So before we go to the map castle, let's just take a look at the Titanic and the Guardian Farm, Creeper Farm, and that's about it. And then we'll go back to the map castle and end the video there. So this is the Titanic. Like I said, it's by Rich LaRousse, and the interior is done by Pipkin. I didn't do the interior, I just did the exterior. That's why I needed, you know, like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of quartz, a lot of oak wood. But yep, the Guardian Farm is over here. I am going to make a video slash live stream. If you guys want to see live streams, let me know and I'll do that. Of an ocean monument, like draining an ocean monument, and like what's it called, putting like a custom touch on it, like a custom build. So that's the Guardian Farm right there. That's the Creeper Farm right there. There is a resin farm down there somewhere, but I'm not gonna go there because I crashed again when I went there before, and I'm not gonna do it again. So we're gonna go back to the Titanic, and we're gonna see that, which is basically empty on the inside. And then there's 2 farms in the hole. Well, guess what, guys? I crashed again. So we're on our way to the Titanic, and yeah, I don't know what is going on with like all these crashes. Do I have to update like drivers on the PC? If you guys can tell me in the comments, that will be greatly appreciated. And yeah. And so like I said, the interior, there's not an interior. Pipkin does the interior. I might do the interior. I was talking to my friend. We were contemplating doing like the important bits, like the grand staircase, the engine room, mail room, stuff like that. But we'll see. And then on the inside, it's just a sugarcane and cactus farm. I will make a cactus farm, a chunk-based cactus farm, like all dig out a chunk and put a cactus farm in there. Like I said, I'm gonna move the Titanic, but I'll show you guys that when we get to the map castle. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, we are here. We're at the main castle, map castle. So yeah, up on top here I had I'm gonna look down because this is where I normally crash. Up on top here I had basically, what's it called, a bunch of different mobs, like variants of mobs, different biome of mobs. So like jungle here I have pandas, ocelots, and like the jungle doggies, the jungle wolves. Here I had polar bears and goats. They're not here anymore. I don't know what happened to them. Here I had llamas, which I moved to the stables I showed you previously in the video. And I have armadillos, which I also have armadillos in the sniffer sanctuary, which I think I might move these guys. Here I used to have camels. I don't know where they went. I'll have to go get another camel from the desert. I have turtles and I have arctic foxes. And I used to have axolotls in here, but they're not here anymore because I'm using them to breed them. So I moved them. And last but not least, in this video, we have the map room, which is here, and it's laggy. It is very laggy. It is big. It is a library. It's a 3-story library. It is also the main map room. Oh, sorry. The main map room in our world. What I want to do... What I want to do with this, like I was saying, is basically... give me that. So yeah, that's the Titanic. That's the modern house. I didn't show you guys the modern house. It's a normal house, like a modern house, but I'm gonna be moving it to a modern area of the world. The Titanic's gonna be moved. Let me go down just to show you guys more. That's the main storage temple. That is my island. That is the starter house right there. That is the spawn area, the spawn pagoda. That's the flower area with the flower farm. Gonna be a flower farm and stuff like that. Flower house. This is the super smelter. I haven't updated the map yet, but I will. This is where we are now. That's the mausoleum. That is the gold farm. That is the sumo statue. Sumo ring pagoda. That is the circle in the middle. Sorry. That is the sumo ring, and that is the pink pagoda, cherry pagoda. That's the One Piece boat, white pagoda, and the bamboo little stream type thing. And yeah, that's basically, this is all our map. That's a pirate island. That's my like a pirate cove that my friend's working on, but it's so far down that we're not even gonna see it. That's the jungle area that we were gonna make, but I'm gonna remove it and then actually make it in a specific like dedicated jungle biome. This is where, remember in the beginning of the video where I was talking about terracottas? This is what I meant in the Netherlands, or in Holland. Holland. No, I'm joking. That's Norway. In the Netherlands, they have like a bunch of like flower fields and like flower islands. I kind of wanted to do that, but there, and that's why I needed all the terracotta for like the Victorian style houses. But eventually, I said no because I want to make just this whole area just Japanese themed. Like, yeah, it's big, and we're gonna have to it's gonna take a long time to fill this whole map in with Japanese like builds, but I didn't want to mix Japanese with like Titanic and Victorian style houses, desert like pyramids and stuff like that. So what I did was I mapped not here, up here. I made different maps, like different coordinates of like, I went and I found a ice biome, which is more fitting for Titanic, like a Titanic build, because Titanic sank during like in an ice field and stuff like that. I have a jungle biome, which we're gonna make the custom jungle temple, like a custom mountain, with like a panda face in the middle of the mountain and a panda sanctuary. We have a desert biome here. We're gonna make pyramids like they have in Egypt in Giza. Maybe we'll make a modern area. We'll make a Victorian style area / medieval. We'll make like Greek style builds in the desert temple because it's like kind of fitting, kind of not, but sort of kind of. This is the original map from. If you can see where the Titanic is, get on my face. If you can see where the Titanic is in that copper temple, where I'm gonna move the block museum from under the storage. This is what it looked like before. I removed that mountain there. And that's what it looks like now. So, yeah. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below how I can, go about fixing some of the lag in this world. Stuff like that. Sorry, I just bumped my head into the microphone. I have, like I'm trying to do, like I said, in the main storage, I'm going to move the the block museum and the armor trims and all that stuff. And the villagers. Hopefully that will improve the lag in that area. But like I'm talking about like in general how I can again, I'm on Bedrock. I am playing this on a PC version, like PC version of Bedrock. Let me know what I can do, stuff like that. If you guys want to see live streams, me live streaming like moving the Titanic, rebuilding it, draining an ocean monument and stuff like that, and making like something custom on top of it instead of it. Like in place of it, I can definitely do live streams. I'll do time lapse videos, stuff like that. Update videos, world tours again. I will try to make a world download. I don't know if I can on Bedrock Edition, but I'll try and figure it out how, and I'll do that. And yeah, just let me know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. And with that said, I hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like if you did. Consider subscribing. Absolutely free. Have a blessed day. Do something nice for someone, as Waxfrog would say. And I'll see you guys in the next video.